All right, now we're only a few months out from the holidays. And in my opinion, this is going to be a pretty weak holiday. And the reasons why, if we look at the earnings that are coming out now from the retailers, I mean, that pretty much tells a story. Now, Macy's had their earnings this week, and it was a pretty brutal report. Sales were down. Foot traffic is down. Same store sales, they fell 4%, and it was just pretty ugly. And we also had Lowe's come out with their earnings, and that was the 7th straight quarter of declining sales. Foot traffic is down. People who were spending, they're spending less. And we can go back to the week prior, and Home Depot, their earnings and their numbers were pretty much in step with Lowe's. So we're seeing all the big retailers, we're seeing their sales decline. So if we're seeing their sales decline now, and at the same time we're seeing credit card delinquencies go up and more credit card limits getting maxed out month over month, you can pretty much see where we're going to be at in a few months during the holiday season. Not only are the people just going to be spending less, they're going to have no choice. They're going to have a smaller credit limit to even burn from. So in my opinion, this is going to be a pretty dismal holiday season. Now, here's the caveat. The government has ways of changing how metrics are calculated. And I'll use this as an example. Let's say last year's holiday sales were calculated on the day before Thanksgiving through January 1st of the new year. Well, this year, they may start calculating those numbers right after Halloween. So you may have 6 or 7 more weeks of sales data to go into that metric. So after this holiday season, you may indeed hear that this was the best holiday season spending on record. And it'll only be because they stretched the time frame, the sales time frame, and made it much longer. And these are the tricks that the government plays. Now, if we go back about 15 years or so, and it may be a bit more than that, the metric of how new home sales were calculated was changed. And I'll give you an example. If I purchase 1 acre of land, and even though I don't plan to build a house on it, that goes into the metric of new home sales as one new home, even though I didn't build a home or don't even have plans to build one. Now, if I went out and I bought 10 acres of land, that's going to be counted as 10 new home sales. So these guys, they have all kind of ways to stretch and pull these metrics to make them look better than what they are in reality. So don't be surprised if later this year you hear this is the best holiday shopping season there's ever been. But in reality, it's not going to happen. The consumer, they're maxed out, they're stretched out, and unless the stock market somehow doubles in the next few months, I just don't see how you're going to get more money into the pockets of U.S. consumers to pay off their debt and help them spend more. Now, what does this mean for the economy if there's going to be less spending this holiday season? Well, that's going to mean once the holiday shopping season winds down, you're going to see a ton of retail layoffs, and it's quite possible you're going to see a lot of bankruptcies out of the retail space as well. And of course, that's going to mean more layoffs, and we're going to be stuck in a whirlwind. Now, again, it's already starting now. Think about it. If we're seeing retail stores close up now in the summer, in the good weather season, it's only going to get worse after the holidays. And this economy, which is already in a world of trouble, is going to be in a deeper world of trouble. Now, one of the troubling signs that I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of thrift stores close down. Goodwill's, Salvation Army, and no-name brand thrift stores. And that can only mean two things. Either the economy is doing real bad and people just don't have the money even to shop at thrift stores, or the economy is doing great and people are shopping up. People are purchasing higher price items. And we know that's not true. Why? Because we just had Walmart report their earnings last week, and their sales were through the roof. And the reasoning was more higher income shoppers are having to trade down and shop at Walmart because they can't afford it. So the biggest barometer of all, Walmart, is telling us that the consumer is shopping down. So if the thrift stores are closing, that's telling you the consumer that was on the very bottom, they're no longer even shopping. They have absolutely no money, not even for thrift stores. So this is a very ominous sign. Now, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.